Good afternoon and welcome back to Interior Designer Plays. Today we are continuing our build of the Ashton house, where we did the interior last week, and this week we are focusing on the interior of the house. As you have probably seen last week, the exterior is a melange of different styles and different atmospheres and vibes and age periods. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. It's in the pop-out banner in the right hand corner. If I didn't forget, probably I won't, but still. And so the interior basically carries on this vibe. It is a quite extensive interior design project which carries different generational styles, but what was important for me was that it felt homey and functional, as somebody could live there, not as what we did with Ashton Manor. But to have a functional estate, let's call it that. So this build has 4 bedrooms and 5 bathrooms, about 5.5 bathrooms basically. It has one big chef's kitchen, which could be seen as the heart of the house, together with the sitting room where we started off with. And then we have 2 main staircases leading up to the higher floors. Well, they're not main, but 2 staircases leading up to the higher floors of the house. And quite some seating areas, dining rooms, as it does fit a this size of house, I must say. So where we are now is basically in a veranda of the main dining area. It is a very cute area with these tonne chairs and then these couches. I could see myself sitting there watching the sunset over the glowing landscape that it watches out of with these French open doors. And then we have here the study that we're designing. Very minimalistic, very, I wouldn't say functional, but it isn't very ornamental. It has a bookcase, it has a desk, it has some chairs to sit if you want to read, but that's also basically it. And this vibe and this concept of a certain form of minimalism, but please do not look at the fireplace and the wallpaper in this room, all the paintings that I'm actually putting in now, but it carries a sort of simplicity in elements, which also is very important for our Sims, because sometimes they tend to get lost in between objects, which, well, can be frustrating. So this house would actually be perfect for a 4 to 6 sim family. It is mainly built up of custom content, Felixander, but actually only, except the stairs, banisters of Felixander's and Harry's custom content packs, and as you will see, it is very heavily inspired by the organic pack, which is a perfect match with The Sims, of course. So after the study, we are now in a sort of second living room, more informal, in a more interior, but in a more throughput room. I would see this as a functional room where actually no one would ever sit except to read a book if you want to be away from all the other people. But not like a place where you would like actively go and sit there. I mean, all depending on what you like, but I would not. And then we move on to the heart of the house, basically, this chef's kitchen. And it exists of 2 islands that are opposite of each other. So there's barely any wall shelving. The only closets we put in are the ones here next to this fireplace, which makes it this very open and airy space and room to cook in. And it also creates this feeling of freedom. And then, as you will see throughout the house, somebody knew what they were doing. And that was also my idea. Like, the kitchen was designed by an architect, and then all the other pieces, like the living room, for instance, are pieces that were different couches got together over the time and over the ages by the family. But certain parts which was important in daily use, like for instance the kitchen, the bathrooms, they were recently renovated and designed by an interior designer, I would imagine. Even though it would not have been easy with this type of building. And then we have now moved to the upstairs, where I tried to keep this rustic aspect of the house intact in a way. So all exterior walls are with this exposed stone, which gives a feeling that the inside walls are new, so that this white plaster ones, and then the outside walls are much more robust, have been there for like ages and will probably still be there for like a few ages. And then here we are then again in a designed space where we then have this bathroom that has the new sinks, this bath. It all functionally, if you think about it, works better than all the rest of the house. And that was a bit the vibe that I wanted to go for, and that was important for me. So then we have, after this, another living room, another bedroom, a sort of very, very generic skills area with a piano, not with a piano actually, but with like an easel to paint, a dance floor, some workout equipment, and then another bedroom, and then a bedroom which I could see being the main bedroom of the house, which is in the frontal part of the house. So yeah, that is basically all I can tell you about this build. This build will be for download on the gallery. If it is not, which might sometimes happen, I'm sorry, do not hesitate to contact me or write me in the comments that I should update my origin page. But so yeah, that's basically it for me. I hope you have enjoyed this video and will further enjoy the screenshots, and I will see you next time. Bye!